my microphone on the bed. I didn't fix my microphone. Sorry about that, folks. But that really is the issue here with Biden. Now he's going to make the call. He's going to do the interview on Friday. Yeah. They'll see what kind of flash polls and what other kind of polls come through. Yeah. But in the end, he's going to have to make that tough choice. And let's hope he doesn't make the basis of his choice winning or party, but he uses love of country first. That's the difference. So most of that from Joan Vanocchi's column in the Globe. I subscribe to the Globe. I like the Globe. See what they're doing up there. They used to be owned by the Times. Now I think they're independent, right? And they're really, if you look at places where newspapers are still top of the heap, the good ones, you got to say, okay, the Times, the Washington Post, the LA Times, struggling. They're good, but it's all about money, right? And you can't lose money forever. The San Francisco Chronicle, nah. LA Times has become the paper of California, even if you live in Northern California. And the best Northern California paper isn't the Chronicle, it's the Bay Area Newspaper Group. The monopoly that surrounded, the Hearst, they created that monopoly to strangle the Chronicle. It gave the Chronicle San Francisco and the immediate Bay Area to a degree, but really they ceded most all the Bay Area, including Santa Clara County, San Jose, Alameda, Marin. They ceded that to the Bay Area News Group, Contra Costa, all the population centers. So they're growing, the Chronicle dying because 7x7. In fact, there are other more interesting webzines, more interesting than the Chronicle. But anyway, I subscribe. Seattle, forget Seattle. Papers are terrible there. No money. Families pulled out. And I know that I worked in newspapers. I started in TV, worked in radio, had a good job in radio, had a good job in TV. I was top 5 San Francisco market, right? NBC affiliate. But I love newspapers right at the time of their decline. But I know newspapers, and like I said, you used to think when you're looking for a newspaper columnist gig that, a good mid-sized paper like the Hartford Courant or the Virginia Pilot, important papers, they're all dying. And the only papers left are the ones I just mentioned. And I didn't even mention the Chicago Tribune. I guess it's afloat, but I canceled my subscription to the Tribune. So I subscribe to the Times and the Post and the Boston Globe. Thank God for the Boston Globe. Still trying. The LA Times, Wall Street Journal. It's like 5 papers. USA Today, forget it. I used to like USA Today. Forget it. It's tough. Tough out there in the newspaper biz. So anyway, Joan Vanocchi, columnist of the Boston Globe, read from her column today. how much did Democrats and the press know about Biden's decline before the debate? That's, I mean, you know, you got to blame the press. You got to blame the media or media consumers for how they consume the media, right? They're not like, I mean, I just told you I subscribe to 5 different papers, but if they all have the same viewpoint, does that make a difference? Well, they don't all have the same viewpoint, but similar. So, but I do read Fox. I read the Fox news site. I read a number of right-wing sources just to see how they're playing it, just to see what they're saying, and just to have a sense of fairness. You know, to know how much people love Trump, how much people don't love Trump. Rupert Murdoch is back and forth on that, and he owns the biggest right-wing groups. I recently subscribed to Newsmax just to get a sense of what that ultra-right channel, I guess, huh? But no, honestly, I get them all, and I really just miss one solid paper that I can turn to and say, yeah, this is it. This is it. You know, if I lived in Washington, I'd read the Post. But now they have their troubles. They've been blemished by this by the new guy who's come in, and the new guy he tried to hire now is not coming. And their unethical dealings with sources. So I don't know where we are right now in terms of the Biden story. We're waiting for people to see more data come in. We're waiting for people to see how Joe Biden responds on Friday, which is kind of like a double-edged sword, though. You know, like he goes out more, you want him out more, and the more opportunity, the more likely he is to have something go wrong. I mean, they're picking at everything he says. Like the last report I saw before I came on here was he's talking about telling his aides not to schedule anything past 8 o'clock because he'd like to get his sleep. Well, yeah, but then what difference does it make if that call at 3 a.m. in the morning is really at 11:30 at night instead? I mean, guy wants to sleep. You got staff, you got the night shift. It should be, I mean, the reason why you have an older man who can do the job is not because he can run ragged 24 hours, but it's because he has wisdom, he has the wherewithal, knowledge-wise, experience-wise, to deal with things. He has the institutional experience, I hasten to say memory, because we don't know how much of that he has left. But honestly, if you're dealing with an 81-year-old, you can't treat him like he's 47. You can't expect him to go out to a fundraiser at 9 p.m. Or a fundraiser at 7 p.m., a dinner at 9 p.m., and a cocktail with donors at 11 p.m. You can't. You got to schedule some AARP hours, you know. They serve the Grand Slam breakfast 24 hours a day, but they give the senior discount 24 hours a day. But you should be cognizant of the fact that there are times when he performs better than other times. Still, you know, it's not about the health, though. Because if it was, like I said, look at Trump's health. You know, he was a few years back morbidly obese, drinks ultra processed foods, diet soda. Look at that Harvard UPF study. diet soda is one of the most damning ultra-processed foods on that list that can shorten your life. Life shortener. I watch about his diet cola intake, that Donald Trump. But see, Donald Trump is sort of like American smoking. You know, they know it's bad. They're still going to vote for him. Don't know why. They know it'll kill him. They're still going to vote for him. Don't know why. But that seems, well, if it means winning, it tastes good. Temporary, right? Temporary pleasure. But they know it's bad. So, we talked about Harris yesterday. How Harris probably is the best bet. I think that when you look at all the factors that are being considered now, the ease of which they can transfer the monies, it's a considerable war chest, right? Tens of millions of dollars. And Kamala Harris is on the ticket. So we'll have to see, you know, Professor Daniel Phil Gonzalez gave me a scenario that we'll share tomorrow about why or how a smooth transition can happen. You don't need a pop-up convention. You don't need a special convention. You can have you can have the convention in August and pretend nothing's happening. That would kind of be a missed opportunity, I think, because to get everyone all together. But there's a lot to sort out if Biden doesn't hang in there. I hope he hangs in there, but just watching him walk, I know it's shallow. It shouldn't be a thing, and I don't want to be ageist. But you worry about his ability to do the job. And I'm saying this, I can't believe I'm saying this, because I was out there defending Feinstein. But you start seeing the polls and you say, okay, it's not about sentimentality. It's not about blind loyalty. It's not even about ideology. Can he do the job? And if he can answer that and say, honestly, yeah, I can do the job, then great. Continue. Proceed. If you can't, we're going to have to do something different. We're just going to have to do something different. Got to get my swisher working. Yeah, you know, I was at that open mic last night, and I was surprised that, you know, they laughed at my jokes about America 248. We have a demi-king, mild laughter. But they were at a comedy club for one reason. They wanted to escape. And so, yeah, give me a dick joke. Give me a joke about, you know, a wife, a girlfriend. You know, give me a joke about anything but the reality. It's pure escape. That's a kind of humor, right? There was one black guy there. He had black guy humor. There were a couple of Mexican guys there. They had Mexican guy humor. One Filipino guy had Filipino guy humor. Mixed in with, you know, it's a different perspective. And then also, I'm a news guy. So I talked about, you know, Trump and Biden. I talked about the race, and I talked about what the Supreme Court did. And polite applause. They weren't laughing. America's not laughing about this. It's serious. They're taking it seriously, is the message I got. I mean, I could satirize it, but people weren't in the mood for laughing. Interesting. Just an open mic. Most of the people there, 55 plus. because there was a 55 plus community night. They came on down. Some young people. So the young people told the dick jokes to the 55 plus community, and they were laughing. Everyone was having a good time. And then some of the comics bring their own people, and they have a good time. But it shows you how diverse comedy is. We just go up there and tell our truth. I'll never forget what Patrice O'Neill said, right? Killing is easy. Killing is easy. You want to get a laugh? That's easy. You want to make them think? You want to tell the truth? That's the hard part when it comes to comedy. Oh, what do I know? I mean, I have my own experience. But you get up there with a mic and you tell your truth. There's something addictive about it, right? You want to do it again. And when it's good, you really want to do it again. And when it's bad, you want to do it again, but you're like a little hesitant. Do it again? But when you aren't afraid, you say, what the heck? I'm just going to plow forward, do it. Oh my God. You might get a laugh, you get addicted again. And then it's just, but it is a way of expressing oneself that, I know it, you can see why people who have to do it want to do it. Although, look, someone asked me, okay, Emil, why are you doing this? Why are you doing it at this stage? And I think it's because, early on, I might have felt I had a lot to lose. A lot to gain, a lot to lose. But I was involved in other things. And I think now it comes at a time where what else is there but the truth? So catch me at some open mics around Northern California, the Bay Area. I don't really know until I get picked out of the bucket. But sometimes I'll have my shows, and sometimes I'll appear at fringe festivals where I do one-man shows. And then for the one-man shows, I get 25, 30 minutes of comedy. And we have only one more show planned. Trying to do another one. But since Orlando, haven't booked another show. But stay tuned. Stay tuned. amok.com. Read my columns. See us here, 2 p.m. Pacific Live. And in our secret podcast, Emil and Amok's Takeout, of course. All right, I'm going to end it here. Hey, happy 4th. Take care of your pets. Take care of your pets. They freak out. They shouldn't be out there at night. So fireworks, not a big fan of fire. I used to be. I used to think, oh, fireworks, what a great thing. Not anymore. They're all right. I used to sell firecrackers for lunch money. Stay away from those regular hot dogs. Vegan hot dogs, it's the best thing. Still high amounts of fat. Still processed, but at least you're not hurting any animals. Just ultimately yourself. With any kind of processed food. So the less processed, the best. So I like the fact today that I go outside to my tree, pick a piece of fruit and eat it off the tree. I mean, that's a nice feeling. Hey, ultra processed by a Filipino. I raise my hand, pick the plum. That's what living in the valley is about. It's hot too. Only 103 right now. Come on, we got to get it to 107. All right. a little loving kindness, a little meditation. I'll tell you, you want to be happy? Meditation has helped me a lot. Meditation. It just puts things in perspective, changes things. Dang. Meditation. All you do is sit and do nothing. Count your breath. Simple as that. Pay attention to the things around you. It's not that hard. Commit to it. Count to 20 and back again. Several times. Count on the exhale. You'll find it relaxes you and keeps you in the moment. And gets you closer to a sense of happiness than doing all the other things you do. Doing nothing has that way of changing your life. And then when you add in a little loving kindness, where you send the love out to others, you'll find that it comes back twofold, threefold, fourfold, fivefold. It just comes back. And so, as I wish for me, I wish for you. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. And may you live with ease. Emil Guillermo here. Happy 4th. Stay safe, stay sane. Hold your ears. Till next time. Mahal.